Alright. I hope you guys are ready. Because we have a boatload. Legitimately, there's a boat outside of results and news and stuff in general. Because this is the Indy news segment.
Yes, it is.
And we have skipped this the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Yes.
In these notes that are on my lap right now. I just want to go right into it.
Yeah, let's kick
I
it
just
off.
want to dive straight into some results.
Results.
Like I said, we got a lot because we're going all the way back to March 20th. AIW's Gauntlet for the Gold. Flip Kendrick won a 6-way scramble match.
Very nice.
Alexia Nicole defeated Jasmine. To Infinity and Beyond, the team of Cheech Hernandez and Colin Delaney defeated the Forgotten, Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer, and became the new AIW Tag Team Champions.
Very nice.
Davey Vega defeated Lewis Linden, Candice LeRae, and Chris Sabin to retain the Intense title. Raymond Rowe defeated Johnny Gargano. Too Cold Scorpio defeated Ricky Shane Page. The Absolute Champion Josh Alexander defeated Dick Justice. And Ricky Shane Page came back later in the night to win the 30-man Gauntlet for the Gold.
Very nice. So that means he gets a title shot in the near future, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
So he'll be challenging Josh Alexander sometime shortly, I would imagine.
That's turning a friend upside down.
Exactly, especially because he lost the night before, or the match before.
Yeah.
Then we had AAW's Epic, their 11-year anniversary show. We had Justice Jones and Davey Vega defeat Marion Fontaine and Paco. Allison Kay defeated Athena, making her 2-0 in AAW. Christian Faith defeated Lewis Linden to retain the AAW Heritage Championship. Ohio is for Killers defeated Dan Lawrence and Marcus Crane and the team of Zero Gravity in a 3-way elimination match to retain the AAW Tag Team Championships. In a Falls Count Anywhere match, Ethan Page defeated Jimmy Jacobs before celebrating, saying there would be no AAW without Jimmy Jacobs. This is, Jimmy Jacobs dropping the tag titles in AAW, losing this match, or in AIW, losing this match in AAW. This is his farewell tour. We've already noted that he's got signed on to be part of WWE's creative team.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's said to be signed and on the team probably by the end of April.
Yeah. Then Josh Alexander defeats Johnny Gargano. Chris Sabin defeats Matt Fitchett, DJZ, and Candice LeRae in a 4-way dance. And Dick Justice defeated Gregory Iron in a blindfold match. And Eddie Kingston successfully defended the AAW Heavyweight Championship against Silas Young.
Very nice.
Moving on, now we're moving to things that happened in the WrestleMania area.
Yes. Lots of stuff during WrestleMania week.
Yeah, tons of stuff happened in that 5-day span, like Thursday through Monday.
Yeah.
Tons of shows going on for everybody, not just WWE. Evolve 39 happened on the 26th. We had Drew Gulak defeat Timothy Thatcher, and Biff Busick defeat Tommy End. Chris Hero defeated Ethan Page. The team of Rich Swann, Ricochet, and Uhaa Nation defeated the Premier Athlete brand, Caleb Connolly, Brian Cage, and TJ Perkins. Johnny Gargano defeated AR Fox to retain the Open the Freedom Gate Championship, and Drew Galloway defeated PJ Black to retain the Evolve Championship. And that leads us straight into the next night on the 27th, Evolve 40. Drew Galloway defeated Uhaa Nation in the opening match of the show. Timothy Thatcher defeated Tommy End. Drew Gulak defeated Perkins from the Premier Athlete brand. AR Fox and Ethan Page, or AR Fox defeated Ethan Page. Chris Hero defeated Biff Busick. The team of Ronin, represented by Rich Swann and Johnny Gargano, wrestled Premier Athlete brands Connolly and Cage to a no contest. The referee called the match after Rich Swann suffered an apparent rib injury. Ooh. And in the main event, Ricochet defeated PJ Black.
Also on the 27th, we had a Ring of Honor's Super Card of Honor 9. And I'm going to give you the results right now. We had Mark Briscoe defeat ACH. We had Michael Elgin defeat Frankie Kazarian with an Elgin Bomb. Matt Sydal won a 6-man Mayhem match against Caprice Coleman, Tommaso Ciampa, Cedric Alexander, and Moose.
Who was the 6th man?
Andrew Everett. I was hidden amongst the text. We had BJ Whitmer defeat Jimmy Jacobs with an exploder onto 2 chairs. Ow. We had Roderick Strong defeat Christopher Davis with the Stronghold. Red Dragon retained the ROH Tag Team titles over the Kingdom. Knights of the Red Dawn got interfered, but it backfired, so they didn't quite get the advantage on anyone. Jay Lethal retained the TV title over Jushin Liger, and the ROH World Championship was retained by Jay Briscoe over Samoa Joe with a Jay Driller.
I bet that was an intense match.
I want to see it.
Yeah, alright. The next day, on the 28th, in Santa Clara, we had Shimmer 71.
Nice.
We had a one-night tournament encapsulating a lot of their talent.
Chick fight tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
Evie defeats Portia Perez in the first round, along with Nicole Savoy defeating Candice LeRae. Nikki Storm defeated Cherry Bomb. Kaylee Ray beat Kimber Lee. Mia Yim defeated Athena, and cheerleader Melissa defeated Havoc. Second round, Evie defeated Nicole Savoy. Kaylee Ray defeats Nikki Storm, and cheerleader Melissa defeats Mia Yim. Then we had Nicole Matthews successfully defend the Shimmer's championship against Tomoka Nakagawa. And then in the finals of the tournament, triple threat match, Kaylee Ray defeated cheerleader Melissa and Evie.
Very nice.
A little bit later, we had the World Wrestling Network Super Show, bringing together the powers that are Dragon Gate USA, Evolve, Full Impact Pro, Shine, all smashed together for one big Ultra weekend show.
That's awesome.
I sort of feel like maybe trying to compete with the WrestleCon show that happened
probably
the next day. But we had Ethan Page defeat Caleb Connolly, Mia Yim and the Kimber Bombs defeated Nikki Storm and the Canadian Ninjas. Drew Galloway defeated Johnny Gargano in the champion versus champion. There must be a winner match.
Nice.
TJ Perkins defeated Tommy End. Biff Busick and TJ Perkins defeated Tommy End, Biff Busick, and Drew Gulak in a four-way dance.
Alright.
PJ Black defeated AR Fox, his first win of the weekend. And Timothy Thatcher defeated Chris Hero. And then in the main event, which I really want to see, Austin Aries and Roderick Strong teamed up to defeat Uhaa Nation and Ricochet.
Ooh.
No, this is like the last time I mentioned Johnny Gargano over this weekend. He wrestled this entire weekend on a dislocated knee.
That's impressive.
His knee got dislocated on Thursday. And he wrestled all these matches post that dislocation.
Good on you, Gargano. Damn.
Yeah. The next night, WrestleCon, night 3.
Hey.
The big night where they have their matches. They have the big wrestling show. They had Jessica Havoc defeat Tessa Blanchard. John Morrison defeats ACH. That'd probably be a good match.
I want to see that match.
Matt Striker defeated Man Scout Jake Manning. I'm guessing that's Brian Kendrick. I don't remember anymore. Brian Kendrick, I'm going to say, defeated Cedric Alexander. Aerostar of Lucha Underground defeated Andrew Everett and Jack Evans in a three-way dance.
Very nice.
Team Colt Cabana defeated Team Chris Hero after Matt Sydal hits a 450 splash on Brian Myers, FKA Kurt Hawkins. The World's Cutest Tag Team defeated Caleb Connolly and Zane Riley. And then the team of Jushin Liger, Ricochet, and AR Fox defeated Roderick Strong and the Addiction. And then in the main event, Rob Van Dam and Sabu defeated the Hardy Boys. So a stub fest.
Yes.
You can imagine.
Well, you get the four of those guys together, what else can you expect?
Exactly. And then we're going to hit up some of our favorite guys. Right there at the very end, we've got Chikara's UK tour. Starting off with their first show in Wolverhampton, England. For British eyes only. 6 matches. Ultramanus Black defeats Mr. Azerbaijan. Oleg defeated Juan Francisco de Coronado. The Wrecking Crew defeated the Battle Hive. The Bateri defeated Chuck Taylor and the Swamp Monster. Soldier Ant defeats Silver Ant. And the Nightmare Warriors, Frightmare, Hollow Wicked, and Blind Rage defeat Dasher's Dugout, the Throwbacks, and Icarus. But then we had the same day, Pro Wrestling Guerrillas Don't Sweat the Technique, where we had Brian Cage defeated Biff Busick, Trevor Lee defeated Speedball Mike Bailey, World's Cutest Tag Team beat the Beaver Boys in a non-title match. Chris Hero defeated Tommy End with a Tombstone Piledriver. ACH defeated Tommaso Ciampa. Chris Sabin and Matt Sydal defeated the Monster Mafia. Ricochet defeats Andrew Everett. And Roderick Strong retains the PWG World Championship against Zack Sabre Jr.
Awesome.
Back overseas to the UK, more Chikara. Let Them Eat Cake. Was on the 4th. The Throwbacks defeated Los Ice Creams.
Yes.
Amasis defeated Parakesh Sabar.
Yes.
The Gentlemen's Club defeated the Arcane Horde in a 4 versus 4 match.
I like both guys. Both teams.
Silver Ant defeated Jaka of the Wrecking Crew.
Yes.
Juan Francisco de Coronado defeated Icarus in a non-title match.
Odd.
And then in the main event, we had the Colony, Fire Ant and Worker Ant teaming with Team NRG defeat Hollow Wicked, Frightmare, and the Devastation Corporation.
Yes.
So, you can suck it, Sydney Bacabella. Then we moved over to their show in Cardiff, Wales, Peer Pressure, where we had the Gentlemen's Club pick up a single point towards tag team contention. Chuck Taylor, Drew Gulak, after winning a 4-way elimination tag team match.
Very nice.
Mark Andrews defeated Silver Ant. Blind Rage and Frightmare defeated Fire Ant and Amasis. Dasher's Dugout defeated the Arcane Horde. Soldier Ant defeated Worker Ant, which now makes him 2-0 against the Colony members in singles action.
It's not looking good for the Colony.
And then in not too surprising fashion, the Devastation Corporation successfully defend the Campeonatos de Parejas against Team NRG 2 straight falls.
I probably should have expected that, but a guy can hope.
Yeah. I think NRG a little too on the rookie side still.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have Afternoon Delight.
Which happened today.
In London. Back to England, where we know Blind Rage defeated Ultramanus Black. The Wrecking Crew defeated the Gentlemen's Club in a 6-man tag match. The Battle Hive defeated the United Nations using the Ant Hill.
Oh, wow.
Oleg defeated Silver Ant. Dasher Hatfield, Kodama, and Race Jackson defeated Hype Rockwell. Dasher, Kodama, and Hype Rockwell defeated Race Jackson, O'Barian, and Mr. Touchdown in the Trios Incredibles.
Oh man. Those matches always mess with me when you got tag team partners going against each other.
And in sort of a surprise, we had Hollow Wicked dethrone Icarus as the Chikara Grand Champion and walk out of their UK tour with the belt.
Yeah, this is big. I mean, we're so used to, someone keeping the title for so long because we did have Eddie Kingston hold the Grand Championship as long as he did. Granted, most of the time
way better than a year.
Yeah, granted, a lot of that time was while Chikara was gone.
Yeah.
But then then having Icarus win the title, we expected a lengthy run, which it was. But yeah, I mean, this is really cool to have Hollow Wicked take the title.
Yeah, he's the 3rd champion, another first-generation Chikara guy.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what direction they go from here, especially with the new outlook that him and Frightmare have.
Yeah. So that's it for results.
Yes.
We have some news.
Yes.
To touch up on.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it off. Jay Lethal reached a milestone in ROH. He has held the ROH TV title for over a year. He won it last year on April 4th, 2014, and he's had 26 successful title defenses in that year. You break that down, that's a title defense once every week, 2 weeks. So, I mean, that's impressive in its own right. I'm pretty sure that's the longest reigning TV champion in ROH.
I'm pretty sure, and it's one of the longest reigning championship reigns in ROH history, and I think the most successful title defenses of any champion in Ring of Honor history, or at least singles champion.
Yeah. So congratulations,
yeah, Jay Lethal making big strides. I mean, he does call himself like the champion of Ring of Honor.
Yeah. And yeah, he says that he is, his title is more prestigious than Jay Briscoe. And, granted, Jay Briscoe's got a hell of a streak going in his own right because he hasn't been defeated in singles action in over 2 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's...
But, I mean, there's another thing, too. Looking at it is Jay Lethal is going out there way more consistently than Briscoe is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or at least defending the belt way more consistently.
Yes.
On less lighthearted news, we regretfully found out that one of our favorites on the WWE roster, AJ Lee, has announced her retirement via Twitter and the WWE or the WWE.com, not the network. So, bittersweet. She gets to go out on her own terms and do her own thing, but at the same time, we don't want to see one of the most talented divas on the roster make her leave.
Yeah, it was cool seeing them really mention it and give thanks to her on Raw tonight. It's for me it breaks my heart because she was my favorite. I really enjoyed watching her because I watched her start in NXT. Work herself through, being with Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler and John Cena and just, moving up and up and then actually becoming one of the best divas on the roster. Really,
three-time Divas champion, longest reigning Divas champion.
Yeah, just really, carving her own spot in WWE history, and she did a great job. I'm glad that I got to see her wrestle at my first WrestleMania and the Raw the night after, winning both matches.
Yeah, we saw her last match.
Yeah, so, I mean, it sucks to see her go, but, like you said, it's good to see her, do it on her own terms, whether it is just to be done with in-ring career, whether it's just to go be CM Punk's wife, whatever it is. I'm glad that she gets a chance to do that. So, #thank you, AJ.
And then a little more news regarding Lucha Underground and the fact that Rey Mysterio is close to signing a deal with the awesome promotion that is definitely climbing up the way to being our favorite guys.
Yeah, and it's this is all this is good news coming out of the unfortunate situation we had a couple weeks ago with Perro Aguayo. A lot of people assumed that Ray was going to retire, that he was going to be done with wrestling because of what happened, but he's made it very clear that he's not. Things from that situation have really died down. He's the family doesn't hold anything against him, so he, granted, I'm sure it weighs on him a lot because he was part of the situation. But it's good to see that he's not letting that, end such a storied career that he's had in the world of wrestling.
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely would see how that rumor would come about is fairly logical, that Ray would consider retiring after what happened.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that would have been more so the case if it were more of Rey Mysterio's fault, what happened.
Yes.
Had it been Rey Mysterio dove and missed his mark, or picked the guy up and dropped him, sort of thing.
Completely different situation at that point.
Because that's definitely going to make a wrestler really kind of doubt themselves and consider hanging the boots. But, this was a freak accident, so the only thing you can really do to honor the memory of his friend is to keep going.
Yeah. And to know that the next place he might go is Lucha Underground. Something that we've seen from the start. We've watched it grow. You've had some big stars come in, like Alberto, like Tejano. You've got the familiar faces like Johnny Mundo and Chavo Guerrero. To have someone like Rey Mysterio make an appearance or do a full storyline in this show would do so much for Lucha Underground.
It's a feather in the cap because it's somebody that is so much has so much recognition to the mass wrestling fan public.
Absolutely.
And has such a bigger depth of experience than most of the people on the roster.
Yeah. Spending 13 years in WWE and then having close to 30 years in professional wrestling as a whole, he is one of the most iconic luchadors in professional wrestling history. And to have him go, to Lucha Underground would just, it would be a massive boost, not only in views, but interest and, so many things could happen for this promotion. And to put that on top of the great things they've already done for themselves, because they haven't needed any help to get big. They made a mark from day one, which is really cool. And to have something like this just adds to the excitement that Lucha Underground brings every week.
Yeah, and it really opens up a lot of possibilities where for a lot of matches that would be really awesome to watch.
Oh, for sure.
And right off the top of my head, I think of guys like Phoenix, Drago, Aerostar, King Cuerno. All these guys, I'd really like to see Ray mix it up with any of these guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, we know he can go with the likes of Alberto and Johnny Mundo and Chavo Guerrero.
Absolutely.
So, I don't see there being any way this thing can come out as a disappointment.
No. And yeah, I'm just, it's not, there's nothing set quite yet, but there are a lot of talks that he is close to signing a deal with him. So I'm hoping he does, because I'm super excited to see what it would do for Lucha Underground, and it'd be super exciting just to see matches like the ones you were just saying. But that's it for the little news segment. We're going to move into upcoming events. I've got some stuff for ROH. They just recently did a set of TV tapings for the next 4 weeks of ROH TV. Their next TV tapings will be on April 25th in Hopkins, Minnesota. The only match announced so far is that Lethal is going to defend the TV title against Kyle O'Reilly, so that should be a fun match. But then the next show for Ring of Honor isn't until the middle of May, when they start doing their super shows with New Japan. On May 12th and 13th, it's a Tuesday and Wednesday, in the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. War of the Worlds is going to be going on. We take a break on Thursday. We come back Friday and Saturday, the 15th and 16th, at the Ted Reeve Arena in Toronto, Ontario, for Global Wars.
Oh, good. I thought it was Toronto, Ohio.
That place doesn't exist.
Oh.
Where
I thought they might have built that just for wrestling.
Yeah. Be cool.
Can you give us any kind of what might happen in the upcoming weeks in Ring of Honor? As far as, because you just said they just had a TV taping.
Yes.
I know. The one thing I know for sure is that Hanson and Ray Monroe are back together, and
yes,
a rough shot.
Yeah, War Machine is reunited. I believe. I don't. Yeah, these TV tapings, you'll get to see them go against the Killer Elite Squad, which is Lance Archer, Vance Archer, Lance Hoyt, whatever you want to call him, and Harry Smith, or D.H. Smith, whatever you want to call him. So that should be an interesting match. There is a title change. I won't tell you what title changes, but there is a title change. And the Knights of the Red Dawn reveal themselves.
Wow. So a lot of stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, lots of stuff in the next 4 weeks of ROH TV. In other news, as far as these super shows, we've got 3 big names signed coming over from New Japan to join ROH in these 4 super shows. We have Jushin Thunder Liger coming back. He was just at Supercard of Honor 9 going against Jay Lethal, so we get to see him again. As far as I can tell, all 3 of these guys are set for all 4 shows. We've also got Hishiro Tanahashi, big star that we saw in action on Wrestle Kingdom 9. And we also have Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada is going to be at the super shows as well.
Yeah, Okada, man, best dropkick ever.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Beautiful dropkick.
All 3 of these guys, super established stars over in New Japan. Awesome feather in the cap of Ring of Honor to have these guys over. And, a lot of other people that you can say will be involved. If it's New Japan, Ring of Honor crossover, the Bullet Club's going to be there in force. And I'm hoping Nakamura.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd love to see him go against some of the ROH talent.
Yeah, I know one of the last times they had the crossover battles, we had Nakamura versus Kevin Steen.
Ooh.
Before Kevin Steen left to go to WWE.
Yeah. No matches have been signed for that or anything afterwards. After they do these 4 super shows on the 29th of May, the Road to Best in the World starts in Amarillo, Texas, and that runs until June 19th, when we have Best in the World 15 at Terminal 5 in New York City. So yeah, there's a lot of big things getting ready to start for ROH. And we've got another month until these super shows happen. So we have plenty of time for more big New Japan names to be added to the list of guys coming over for those super shows.
Yeah. So yeah, Ring of Honor making some waves.
Absolutely.
Currently. And talking about upcoming shows, on the 10th, we have AAW's Hell Hath No Fury. We know that Eddie Kingston defends the championship against Ethan Page. Samoa Joe is going to go against Josh Alexander in his AAW debut, I believe. Samoa Joe's debut.
Oh, cool.
Maybe. I don't know if it's his debut there. Tommy End is going to go against Tommaso Ciampa. Heidi Lovelace is going to get a shot at whoever is the Shimmer champion at the time for the championship.
Nice.
And that Tyson Dux is going to make his debut in AAW.
Ooh.
So, they've been having a lot of these debuts happening. I mean, not too long ago, Shannon Moore made his debut for the promotion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're 11 years and going strong still.
That's awesome.
The following night, though, on the 11th, we're going to have Combat Zone Wrestling's Best of the Best tournament.
Ooh, this is getting interesting because we just had a new name added to this list.
Yeah, and we're going to jump right in there with the new name. The first round of the tournament is going to be all triple threat matches. The first one being Joey Janela versus Joe Gacy versus CJP, FKA as CJ Parker of NXT.
Just recently released from WWE, already getting put into matches and going to Combat Zone Wrestling of all places.
Yeah. And then we know Tommy End is going to go against Aaron Williams and Caleb Connolly, three-way match. Jonathan Gresham versus Tracy Williams versus Trevor Lee. And Andrew Everett versus Bucks Belmar versus Speedball Mike Bailey. So 4 triple threat matches. That's going to go down to 2 singles matches and the finals.
Very nice.
Also, Ohio's for Killers is going to defend the CCW Tag Team Championships against the Nation of Intoxication's Danny Havoc and Lucky 13, along with the Nation of Intoxication's Deathmatch Trial Series continues. Devin Moore takes on Connor Claxton in a scaffold match.
And no Black G's or Sozio.
Yeah, two guys who are big time players there, or Stockade, or a lot of people. So interesting to see if maybe any of them will play a part in unannounced matches, stuff like that. But wrestlers get busy.
Well, yeah. I mean, they are independent wrestlers. They're trying to make money in different places, so. And plus that's a pretty stacked card already because you've got that full tournament going on. So.
And then on the 24th of this month, AIW comes back to us with Make 'Em Say,
I know something about this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mickey James.
Mickey James is going to be there
showing up
at AIW along with the Young Bucks.
Ooh.
That's all that's been announced for this show.
All right.
The first appearances, or not the first appearances, but the appearances of Mickey James and the Young Bucks on this, which makes it a tad bit more special than your average AIW show. Last month we had 2 Cold Scorpio.
Yep.
This month we get the Bucks and Mickey.
And I'd go for just the Bucks and Mickey.
And then the big announcement coming from Reseda, California, PWG. They've officially announced that on the 22nd of next month, they're going to have the DDT4, that big one-day tag team championship tournament, where the tag team champions are in the tournament, and they have to win all 3 rounds to retain the tag titles.
Yeah, so this is a big proving ground for Candice and Joey.
Yeah, the world's cutest tag team obviously have to be in it, because they are the current tag team champions, along with Team Tremendous, Bill Carr and Dan Barry, who are making their PWG debut. We saw them recently on the House of Hardcore.
They're fun.
They're a fun team. Along with, we know that Drew Gulak and Biff Busick are going to be there. Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee are teaming together. Love Gun, the Beaver Boys, the Monster Mafia, and the Inner City Machine Guns round out the 8 teams for the tournament.
All right.
And then 2 non-tournament matches have been named. Johnny Gargano will be going against Speedball Mike Bailey. Ooh. And Roderick Strong defends his PWG Heavyweight Championship against what I'm going to guess is probably the most challenging title defense he's going to have to date, Brian Cage and Chris Hero in a 3-way match.
Oh, good luck, Rowdy.
Fun.
Holy crap.
So, yeah, I mean, that's going to be a tough match for Roderick Strong to walk out with the belt.
Cage and Hero. Holy crap. Yeah, good luck.
So, I mean...
That's going to be a hell of a match, though.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
And a hell of a show in general.
Oh, absolutely. That's PWG. They've always got a hell of a show going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's so much.
So much happened. So much is going to happen.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe. Check in the description. You're going to see the links to the websites and possibly Facebooks and whatever that we have to promote. All the promotions we talked about today.
Absolutely.
Chikara, CZW, AIW, AAW. We also have guys that we didn't really talk about, like Beyond Wrestling. And if you want us to promote your guys' favorite local promotions, post it down in the comments or email us. Give us all the information you got. Show dates, who's going to be on the shows, links to Facebooks, websites, Instagrams, whatever they have
Twitters
that they use to promote with. Link us to a YouTube page. We want to see what they can do. Stuff like that. Comment which of these shows are you going to, if you're going to any of them. If you went to any of the ones that we talked about previously, what did you think? And, hey, we just want to talk wrestling.
That's what we're here for.
Let's do it.
We love talking wrestling.
We don't always gab on about WWE.
Yeah.
We love these guys.
That's why we have this specific segment for indie wrestling.
Yeah.
And indie wrestling is so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like NXT, but everywhere.
There's a lot more people, too.
Yeah, think about it, guys. There's like NXTs happening everywhere.
It's awesome.
Some of it's not so awesome.
That's true.
So shout out to you guys at $5 Wrestling. So yeah, thanks for watching. We got a playlist over there. You're going to see the Raw review located over this video.
Absolutely.
Probably the midweek wrap-up, Streak Week, SmackDown underneath this video.
Absolutely.
Because that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
The videos we do afterwards come later.
Yes.
Click on one of those. Watch them, please. We appreciate the views. Tell your friends. We want more subscribers.
We do.
Like us on Facebook.
Follow us on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes we tweet things. He does the little trivia things.
I do. On Facebook.
Little facts about what happened in this day in WWE.
Yeah. Because of Thomas Wolfe got me a cool little Christmas present.
So we'll see you guys on the other side of a different video.